exclusive content, the return of QB1, and a whole lot more here on Hit Sticks Week 7 from the Star in Frisco with Isaiah Stanback and Barry Church, the offensive guru, the defensive coordinator. I'm Kyle Yeomans. Glad you're with us. Let's break down how the Cowboys can rebound after their loss to the Philadelphia Eagles and look ahead to the Detroit Lions. This is a packed episode. Let's get to it here on Hit Sticks. Week 7 of the NFL season is here on Hit Sticks as the Cowboys prepare to take on the Detroit Lions at AT&T Stadium this week. But first, we take a look back and try and see how the Cowboys were handed their second loss of the season on the road at Philadelphia on Sunday Night Football. Late in the game, with a chance to get back within a score, Cooper Rush was under center at quarterback with this max protection to the right side. The protection held up there, not so much on the left side. Brandon Graham gets through, and as Cooper Rush lets go of the football, he gets hit, and the ball flutters its way not to CeeDee Lamb, who was wide open behind the Eagles secondary, but instead to C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who has the interception, and thus sealing a 26-17 win for the Philadelphia Eagles. So we're going to try and reverse time here on Madden. We've got the same formation. We've got Cooper Rush back in there at quarterback. And Isaiah, I need you to just, for my own closure, I need you to show me what would have happened if he gets the ball off without being pressured.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what we have right here. I'm going to show a little play out. I don't care if my guy BC sees it. It doesn't matter. But what we want to do right here is simply just give Cooper Rush the time to get this ball off. That is what stopped this whole play from going down the way in which we would have liked it to, and gave C.J. Gardner-Johnson an opportunity to pick it off, pretty much sealing our fate for the most part in that particular game. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and push the Y button. I'm going to go ahead and put my guy Dalty into a pass block. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sit him in there. I don't want him going anywhere. And then I'm going to go again, and I'm going to go ahead and put my guy Jake Ferguson, and I'm going to put him in a pass block. Simply giving us max protection, giving Cooper Rush all the opportunity that we possibly can in this instance. And then I'm going to go ahead and snap this ball and see if we can make it do what it do.
See what you got, big dog.
Bam. And we got action. Ooh, got a chance. Bam, there he goes. And that's the result. We'd like to see him get about 5 more yards and cross that barrier down there. But ultimately, that's the play that we were looking for. Did not get it the other night. Would like to have seen that again. Hopefully, Detroit presents us with an opportunity where we can run that back. But we're going to see what it looked like right here. I'm going to zoom it out. Going right here to the pass protection. We have both of our tight ends sitting in there to make sure that we have good protection. Tyler Smith does a good job against Brandon Graham this time, not allowing him to get in his face. But you guys see it over here in the cornerback. I'm going to slide it over here. Okay, simply that corner is sitting in that cover 2. As soon as we get past that cover 2 corner, that's his responsibility. That's kind of like his holding pattern. Then we're able to get the ball to CeeDee Lamb right down the sideline. Perfect pass, great catch. Would have liked to seen it that night, though.
Without a doubt, good play, good pass by Cooper Rush. Too bad it didn't happen on Sunday.
Cooper Rush able to complete at that time to CeeDee Lamb, and like Barry just said, we would have loved to see that on Sunday Night Football in prime time against Philadelphia, but unfortunately it did not work out. Now, it is a new kickoff for the Dallas Cowboys this week against the Detroit Lions. However, it's always prime time when the Cowboys are involved. We'll hear from Dak Prescott when we come back because Dak has got plenty to look forward to as he returns to the lineup. We'll talk about how you can use him in Madden NFL 23.
Cowboys Hit Sticks, presented by EA Sports, is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, the official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys, and by AT&T, the official 5G innovation partner of the Dallas Cowboys. This segment is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys.
A pinnacle of greatness with merciless intensity, staggering speed, and unmatched versatility. Change the game with eye-opening flair and show-stopping swagger. Now it's your turn. Prime time is here. Make his greatness a part of yours.
Season 2 of Madden NFL 23 is here, and as you can see, Deion Primetime Sanders is the face of the entire campaign. Of course, the former Dallas Cowboy who played a little bit of time with the Atlanta Falcons and the 49ers. That doesn't matter as much. It's all about the Cowboys, and it's all about Madden NFL 23. And we've got a couple bags of Doritos here. Cool Ranch, to be specific, because Deion was always cool, right?
Without a doubt.
He was always the coolest. So if you get a couple bags of these, you can actually be in line for prizes. Isaiah, if you buy one bag, what can you get?
If you get the first bag, you guys are going to scan this QR code right here on the back. And by scanning this QR code, you go ahead and get 1 free month of Xbox Game Pass.
That's a lot of games you can play on there, including Madden NFL 23. And then, Barry, if you buy a second bag, you're in store for something even better.
Oh, you're in store for something special right here. You got a Deion Sanders Ultimate Team Madden card. We all know how good Primetime was. You got to get one of these.
Oh my gosh, I need that already. I'm going to have to go scan both of these bags. I hope you guys weren't planning on taking those QR codes, because I'm going to put it on my Ultimate Team. Speaking of Ultimate Team, Ezekiel Elliott is also in Ultimate Team with a new card. This is the most feared card, part of their Halloween, I guess, initiative on Madden Ultimate Team. It's the most feared card. You can actually size up Ezekiel Elliott, and so he's a little bit extra swollen. He runs over people in the process. But we've got plenty more to get to here on Hit Sticks. Dak Prescott, he's back this week. What can he do to help out this Cowboys team?
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily get that frustrated over that. I can't control this. Obviously, something was healing. I had plans. Bone obviously didn't have the same plan, so as you said, I got pushed back. But that was just me being eager. That was nothing different than what Doc's plans, the trainer's plans. As I said, the plan now is just to go next week, and let's see if I can do that.
So as you can see there, Dak Prescott anticipates to make a return this week against Detroit at AT&T Stadium. He has not played since he injured that right thumb on his throwing hand back in the season opener against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But we've seen 5 weeks now of Cooper Rush at quarterback. Dak Prescott is back in the fold for the first time. So, Isaiah, how does Dak help open up an offense? And it's at the deep ball that he throws. Is that all that he can bring to the table?
He has a cannon. He has the ability to push the ball down the field, and you open up your entire playbook. Now you're not concerned about protections. He's going to make sure that you're right offensively in terms of the offensive line. He's going to make sure that the hot routes are going to be taken advantage of if teams want to heat him up. And then ultimately, if he wants to go down the field, he has the arm to get it there. And his receivers have the confidence in him to get it there. You talk about CeeDee Lamb's ability to have big plays. You talk about Michael Gallup's ability to go down the field. And then the resurgence of Noah Brown now, obviously playing with Cooper Rush and being his guy. Now he's into the fold as a big play guy as well.
Yeah, and as a safety going against a guy with a huge arm like Prescott, if you're playing that deep half of the field or deep middle field, you got to make sure you're always as deep as the deepest. You never want to play shallow against a guy like that who has the arm talent to stretch the field. You never want to have anything go over top of your head. So as a safety, you want to stay back and keep everything in front of you. But if I'm Detroit, I'm looking at that Philly tape, and I'm saying, look, your receivers, they're going to have to beat us because they didn't look too good against Philly. They didn't get any separation out there at all. So you know what DCBC is going to do. We're pressing up on the outside and making sure your receivers can beat us one-on-one, which I don't think can happen.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're pressing up. I'm going to go ahead and give myself a little hot route right here. I like the press against my guy CD out there. Ooh. So I'm going to make sure that he has that good old opportunity to win over the top. And then guess what? I don't like the way your linebackers are sitting right there. So I'm going to go ahead and widen them out a little bit. I'm going to stretch them out a little bit.
Well, since you did that, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Do a little audible with the Y button, hit that right stick, and make sure all my DBs are playing outside leverage because we got a little help in there. You see where I'm at in the middle. Okay. They don't want no parts of that middle.
All right, too high safety. Let's see what we got. Oh, let's go! Let's go.
That's the risk.
That's what happens. If you want to step up and press CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, any of our goons out there, you're going to get bit. Because you put the bait out there, we're going to fully take advantage of it right here. Great job by Mr. Dakota Prescott sitting in that pocket with protection. That's number one. He has protection, okay? We got 5 guys sitting in there, 4-man pressure. We got opportunity to deliver the ball with a nice pocket right there. But let's run it back and take a peek on the outside because this is where it really goes down.
It's ugly,
You just talk about how you wanted to go outside leverage. We got 2 high safeties.
Stay outside.
Let's zoom in right here. Let's see how Mr. CeeDee Lamb gives him the work at the line of scrimmage. You see the dreads flying. You see the swim. Throws him out the club. And then you got the linebacker has to stay on our guy, Ezekiel Elliott. So who has CeeDee Lamb? Nobody who can run this like me. Nobody. And he goes ahead and gets that touchdown. If they want to come up and press him like that, that's going to be the result because we got a man back there that can deliver the rock.
Run this back. Run this back from the top, Isaiah, because I got to see something. What's going on with my man right here? You're outside leverage. You got all the help inside. You see me at the linebacker position. You seen that robber safety coming down as there. All your help is on the inside. And what do? You go for an inside move and let all that outside turf just be wide open. The safety was not as deep as the deepest, like I told you at the pre-snap. Good throw from Dak Prescott. Good catch from CeeDee Lamb.
These next couple of weeks could be big for CeeDee Lamb to really step up and get back into the fold as the #1 receiver on this Cowboys offense. Of course, with Dak Prescott back in the fold, that could certainly be the case. When we come back, could it be the case that the Cowboys continue to struggle against the run, or can they slow down the return of DeAndre Swift as he's back in the fold for the Lions this week as they take on the Cowboys? Week 7 of Hit Sticks continues in a moment.
This segment was brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys.
In Week 6 against Philadelphia, Dallas had an opportunity down by only 3 to have a defensive stop and get off the field. What did the Eagles do? They ran the ball 11 straight times, and then it ended up in a 13-play scoring drive for the Eagles that then put them too far away for the Cowboys to come back and win that football game on Sunday Night Football. So they go up against the Detroit Lions this week. DeAndre Swift is now back for the Lions. He's one of the best tailbacks in the country. Barry Church, if you're the Cowboys defense, please tell me there's a plan to slow him down.
There is a plan, Coach Kyle. There is a plan. Look, at Swift, this guy, he's dynamic, all right? He's one of the most dynamic backs in the National Football League. When you're talking about start and stop and speed and power, he has all of those things. So as a defense, we're definitely going to have our hands full. But to me, this comes down to alignment, assignment, key, and technique. If you're on that defensive line or that front 7 as a whole, you got to play your assignments correct. We don't need no hero ball. You know, I've said that before, but we don't need no hero ball out there. We need everybody to play as a unit. You got to trust yourself out there because with Swift, he can hit you up the middle, but he's also dynamic enough to bounce things outside, and he has that speed. So you got to trust your teammate to do his job. Defensively, I think we can get our hands on Swift if we just play as a unit out there. So let's make it ride, baby.
See, you already thinking. I need you to know, BC.
Okay,
the thing is, Swift is a beast. He's one of the most explosive backs in the league. They need to put some respect on his name. And they have a tight end by the name of Hackinson. And this dude just happens to be one of the premier blocking tight ends in the league.
True.
He'll catch the ball on you, but these guys can get up to the second level and impact the linebackers. Defensive line last week got reached.
They did.
Kelsey did a heck of a job turning to our interior defensive lineman. Can't happen this week. Let's see what you do on this play here.
You see where your boy's at, right?
I see where
you see where I'm at up here.
There's a lot of space in that interior D line, though.
Like how lurking.
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, there was space there. There was space there.
Little space.
You
want that back.
You want to run it back? Okay, let's run it back
man.
then.
I can't go out like
okay,
that.
Okay, you want to do that?
Make some adjustments first.
Go ahead and make your adjustments.
First. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit this RB button right there, and I'm gonna do a little pinch action. I'm gonna do a little pinch action.
Okay, that's a smart move.
Boys,
that's a smart move.
I seen the pools you had going on there. So
that's a smart move because the last thing you want is my center just being having free range to go up to the second level. But the thing is, I'm in this tight split here, and I have a dual look. You don't know which way I'm going with the ball. I can go back to the left. I can go back to the right. All I got to do is say over, and you never know which way I'm going. Here we go. Okay, get up. Oh, that's much better. That's much better right there. All right, let's take a look and see what you did this time. Because last time I definitely gassed you.
You did?
Let me see. I'll take 5 in a cloud of smoke. Right here. All right, let's see. You pulled them interior and defensive lineman down there.
Down in there.
Good.
They was able to get upfield quick. And we was able to pull out. We was able to chip a little bit of the pullers right there. Oh, Jordan Lewis did an amazing job right there keeping contained. Because if he got blocked or reached, like you said last week, that might be out the gate with swift speed. Does a great job containing it, and here come the troops. We had a team meeting on his head right there. We definitely needed that. But if we looked at that first one, you gashed me up the gut.
So it's not just the ground attack for the Lions that's a little bit scary heading into this Week 7 matchup. It's the air attack. Jared Goff and company have started to find a bit of a rhythm underneath Dan Campbell in this Lions offense. How can the secondary of the Cowboys keep up their good work against passing attacks when we come back with more Hit Sticks? Welcome back into Hit Sticks from the Star in Frisco. Kyle Yeomans with you with Barry Church and Isaiah Stanback. In Week 6 against Philadelphia, the Cowboys held Jalen Hurts to just 155 yards through the air. But that was an untraditional passing attack from Philadelphia out of that RPO look. This is a little more traditional with Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions coming up at AT&T Stadium this Sunday. So, Barry, with a more traditional look, how is the best effective way for the Cowboys to try and slow them down?
Well, they got Goff out there at the quarterback position, and he's actually playing pretty decent so far this season. So we cannot sleep on the passing game of the Detroit Lions. They got Chark out there at wide receiver, St. Brown as well, who's having a heck of a season, and they also got that man at tight end, Hockenson. He's an X factor to me. So when we go against a guy like Goff, man, he's still relatively young in the league. So what we're going to try to do out there is we're going to try to confuse him a little bit. You know, show him some different looks pre-snap. We're not going to give him the whole test right in front of there so he can study and then be able to kill us on the back end of it. What we're going to do is disguise our coverage right here. So I'm going to hit that Y button right there, and I'm going to do a little disguising on my guy right here to see if he can pass the test without a study guide.
Okay, and what they're going to try to do offensively for Detroit is they're going to try to spread things out. They're going to try to pull these linebackers, these second-level defenders out the box because they do have Big Swift in the backfield, right? And if you clear that box out, then he'll just simply come downhill. So I have my guys split out, and I'm trying to ISO Hockenson whenever possible. I want him to have his one-on-one matchups.
He's real.
So with this single high right here, I'm finding some seams here, whether it's man-to-man or whether it's cover 3. I'm going to go ahead and find some seams right here and exploit you. So I'm going to hot route a couple of my guys real quick, and then we're going to see what it do. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Okay.
Ooh,
bad
and that's
eyes,
the
man.
man that you can't forget about. Long hair, don't care. They're tight end. Hockenson right there. He can lull you to sleep. And that's what these condensed sets will do. So you see the single high, how excited I was. All right, we have our slot guy right here on my left-hand side, and we have Hockenson on the right in a tight split already. He's already on his seam alignments. So right off the back, I'm putting a lot of stress on who? That middle safety.
Yeah.
That middle safety right now has to make a decision. Am I going to go left? Am I going to go right? Right now, he's in the bind. I could have went either direction, held him there with my eyes long enough, right to hit that seam. Only thing that you could have done here with Diggs is what? Cheat a little bit because you didn't have anybody out in your flat.
Exactly, man. And this is their worst nightmare as a safety. When you have two seams that weren't touched at all coming into your vision right there, it's like, man, I got to guess which one is right. And 9 times out of 10, you'll guess wrong. So that's why we love as that second defender before the 5-yard mark to at least get a little bit of hands on them, slow down those vertical routes so it gives an opportunity for that safety to get over top, neither of which happened here. And if we go all the way back to the beginning, I disguised the man look a little bit, even though I was playing cover 3. But Diggs, these are bad eyes right here. These are bad eyes on Diggs' behalf. He's looking at the quarterback the entire time while Hockenson just moseys on right by him. So to me, Diggs, you got to have better eyes. Curse, you got to get hands on that vertical to help your safety partner out back there. But it was a cover 3 beater. Good pass by Goff.
So there you have it. The Cowboys have to slow down the air attack from Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions this week at AT&T Stadium. And up until this point in the season, Madden has chosen against the Cowboys every single week. Do they have a chance to maybe actually have a simulated win? We'll tell you in Guys versus the Game when we come back. Wrapping up a whole new edition of Hit Sticks from the Star in Frisco with Barry Church and Isaiah Stanback. I'm Kyle Yeomans. It's time for Guys versus the Game. The game has not been very kind to the Cowboys this year. They've chosen against them in all 6 games so far, so they're 2-4, opposite of the Cowboys' record. Let's see if they get it right this week. Well, DeAndre Swift didn't allow for that to happen early on. Huge run from Swift as he broke it open. That's what we were just talking about, Isaiah. You got to slow down the run game if you're the Cowboys. Then Dak had an interception, gave it right back to the Lions, and they took full advantage with a field goal. Zeke answered, though. Huge run from Ezekiel Elliott up the middle, and he is gone all the way to the house to make it interesting. Dalton Schultz had a big touchdown late, but it still wasn't enough. The Cowboys fall to the Detroit Lions 22-17. It's the 7th game and the 7th time Madden has picked against the Cowboys. Real quickly here, what's your prediction this week, Isaiah?
I think that Dallas gets back on board. I think that, hopefully number 4 shows back up and these guys can continue with the ground game. And when the ground game gets going with him back there, play action's right next.
I'm right there with you. I think Cowboys get back on track. What do you think?
Without a doubt, it's going to be a big victory for the Cowboys. Cowboys. I'm going
Big
heavy.
one.
24-7.
Ooh, big
Easy,
victory. I
easy.
like it. You left me hanging, but that's okay.
Oh,
I
my
had it
bad,
right
my
here.
bad.
No, you're good. It's fine. Now, we have a question from our good friend Kyle W. on Twitter, and he earns a brand new edition of Madden NFL 23. And I'm going to put this your direction. I want you to answer too, Barry. But Isaiah, how rusty could Dak Prescott be in his return this week?
He could be rustier than he was in week one. Unfortunately, he had a full offseason. He was healthy, and in week one, he still didn't show up like you would like for him to have to. This game, he has to get his timing. That's what the main thing is going to be out there. I think he'll be healthy enough. He'll be able to grip it, rip it, spin it, all that. But the timing with the receivers is the main thing.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Timing's going to be off a little bit. No preseason action. Tampa Bay still a little bit rusty. You got a long break in between there with the injury. He's going to be rusty out there. But Zeke, he's coming to eat.
Hey, so the run game may be a big factor in that one. Hopefully the Cowboys get the win. Hope you enjoyed it. That does it for us on Hit Sticks this week. We'll see you next time.
Cowboys Hit Sticks, presented by EA Sports, was brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, the official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys. AT&T, the official 5G innovation partner of the Dallas Cowboys. And by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full and condensed game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl.